Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Club president meets with Arsenal player ahead of potential transfer move. Arsenal midfielder Thomas Partey reportedly looks like he could be on his way out of the Emirates Stadium this summer, with Fenerbahce showing an interest in the Ghana international. The Turkish Giants president has already spoken with Partey, according to a report from Fotospor, though it seems there has been no offer made to Arsenal just yet. Fenerbahce have other matters to resolve first, with their presidential elections coming up, meaning a move for Partey could become more concrete after that. According to the report, one imagines Arsenal will be willing to let Partey go after a difficult season that saw him sidelined with injury for much of the campaign, with Mikel Arteta also surely in need of younger blood in that position. Partey has been a quality performer for the Gunners when available, but fitness has often been a major issue for him, and that seems unlikely to improve as he approaches his 31st birthday. Scout Offside understands that Partey has also had admirers in the form of Barcelona, Juventus, and the clubs from Saudi Arabia, so it may be that Fenerbahce are going to face a lot of competition for his signature this summer. Charles Watts also recently told Scout Offside that Arsenal were already considering selling Partey last summer, so a move this year could make sense as he is a year older and has had another injury hit this season. Arsenal will surely need to replace Partey, though, so it will be interesting to see if they prefer to have a deal like that lined up before agreeing to let the former Atletico Madrid man go, or if they are prepared to cash in and then work out how to go about reinvesting the money from his sale. Give Me Sport have linked Newcastle's Bruno Guimarães as one possible Arsenal target in midfield, and he certainly seems ideal to replace Partey in front of the defense. Gareth Southgate gives a blunt response when talking about not available Arsenal star. England coach Gareth Southgate has admitted that Arsenal star Ben White is not available to be selected for the Three Lions, having announced his provisional 33-man squad ahead of the Euros in Germany this summer. The Gunners star has been one of the best defenders in the Premier League this season, and in normal circumstances, the 26-year-old would have made the England squad easily for Euro 2024. The defender last played for his country at the 2022 World Cup, but an event at the tournament in Qatar soured his relationship with the current England coaching staff. White reportedly wasn't happy about a comment made by Southgate's assistant Steve Holland during the tournament and left early to return home. The Arsenal star turned down the opportunity to play for England for their friendlies in March, and ahead of the Euros, Southgate has admitted that White is not available for selection as the Three Lions boss had a blunt response to a question related to the 26-year-old. Southgate said via the Daily Mail when asked about selecting White the following: "No, as far as I'm aware, he is not available to us." White played 51 times for Arsenal this season and was a big part of the Gunners' success as they ran Man City to the final day of the Premier League. The 26-year-old was exceptional at right back for Mikel Arteta, and being a natural centre-back, that versatility would have been very useful for England at Euro 2024. The situation between the defender and Southgate's coaching staff is a real shame, as the players of White's quality deserve to be going to major tournaments. Euro 2024 is expected to be the last tournament overseen by Southgate, and with Steve Holland to follow, hopefully that will see the Arsenal star return to the England setup in the future. Fabrizio Romano responds to latest Arsenal transfer link with Eredivisie star. Transfer news expert Fabrizio Romano has responded to Arsenal links with Ajax striker Brian Brobby, playing down talk that the talented young Dutchman is now the Gunners' top target. Speaking exclusively to Scout Offside for his daily briefing column, Romano explained that Arsenal are still exploring options up front, with no final decision made yet, as we see plenty of names thrown about by various media outlets, including Benjamin Sesko, Victor Gyökeres, and Alexander Isak. Brobbey is the latest to be talked up as a priority for Arsenal, but it seems Romano isn't too convinced just yet, and instead mentioned that the North London Giants really like Newcastle star Isak, though it won't be easy to prize him away from the Magpies. Romano also mentioned Kai Havertz's role at Arsenal, with the journalist stating his view that he was signed because of his versatility, meaning the search for a signing up front this summer won't necessarily be bad news for the Germany international in terms of his standing in Mikel Arteta's squad. Romano said the following: Another striker making headlines at the moment is Brian Brobbey of Ajax, who is now being linked as the main candidate for Arsenal to strengthen up front this summer. Still, it seems like there are almost 10 names per week being described as the favorite candidate for Arsenal right now. First it was Isak, then Victor Gyökeres, then Benjamin Sesko, and now Brobbey. We may have to be patient on this before we really know what's going on, as Arsenal are already assessing options internally. There are several names being considered, and Mikel Arteta will be involved in this process. I'm aware that Isak is really appreciated, but it looks difficult as Newcastle want to keep him. Arsenal also do not view this as a problem for Kai Havertz, who started out playing in midfield for them when he joined last summer, but who ended up the season in really strong form as a striker. Havertz can play as 9, but also in other positions, and his versatility is one of the reasons why they decided to bring him in. When you want to be competitive on all fronts, these kinds of players are absolutely needed. Arsenal told the new Alexander Isak price tag as Gunners step up interest. Ahead of the summer transfer window, Arsenal have been told the price tag of Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak. The Gunners are actively looking for a new striker in the market, with several players getting linked to them. The Premier League runners-up have been linked with the Brentford striker Ivan Toney, Sporting Lisbon frontman Victor Gyökeres, and RB Leipzig attacker Benjamin Sesko. After Gabriel Jesus and Edin Ketaya failing to impress for the Gunners this season, the North London club want a new striker to lead their attack next season. Despite Kai Havertz's impressive form in front of goal, the Gunners are looking to add a prolific attacker who can help them end Manchester City's dominance in England. Arteta has been told that an offer of around £100 million will be enough for him to secure the signing of a Newcastle United striker Isak. Kate Waynes, the former CEO of Everton, stated as much on the Inside Track podcast. He said the following: I think you'd be looking at somewhere between 80 to £100 million, and there will be interest in trying to take him away from Newcastle. He seems like he'd be the perfect player up front for Arsenal. There is a lot of issues with the strikers at some of the top clubs. Isak has had some trouble with injury, but when he is fit, he has shown that he is at that level. Though just one player, Bukayo Saka, scored 15 goals this season, Arsenal scored 91 goals, second highest in the Premier League, and only 5 less than Man City. The Gunners have a versatile attack, but most of their goals come from wide players. The Arsenal manager wants a new attacker at the club, like Erling Haaland at Manchester City. Isak scored 21 goals for Newcastle, placing him third in the Golden Boot competition, behind Haaland and Cole Palmer. He would be the ideal signing for the Gunners and provide them pace and finishing quality in their attack. Arsenal explore transfer move for ambitious star with release clause. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is ready to splash the cash again in this transfer window in order to topple Manchester City's dominance in English football. The Spaniard did not hesitate in spending money last summer after signing Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, and Jurriën Timber. The Gunners' boss is keen to make addition to his squad with a genuine interest in Newcastle United midfielder Bruno Guimarães. According to journalist Dean Jones, who told Give Me Sport, Premier League runners-up Arsenal are exploring a move to sign the Brazilian midfielder. Guimarães has a £100 million release clause in his contract, and he has been contacted by both Arsenal and Man City, as reported by Ben Jacobs. In conversation with Give Me Sport, Dean Jones has provided the latest update on the potential transfer of a Newcastle midfielder away from St James Park. He said the following: "Now that the Premier League season has ended, we will very quickly learn what the stance is to be over Bruno Guimarães leaving Newcastle this summer. We know about the release clause and that Newcastle would ideally look to keep him, but the interest in him from Man City and Arsenal is genuine in my eyes. I would not be surprised at all to see lots of talk around this in the coming weeks before the transfer window opens. I don't think Guimarães is desperate to leave Newcastle, but he is ambitious, and at a time when Newcastle have dropped off a level, he has got the chance to join the two best sides in the division. Before his move to the Premier League, the Gunners were interested in bringing the former Lyon midfielder to the Emirates Stadium. His move did not materialize, and now the North London club want another shot at signing the talented midfielder. Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man United have all held talks over €100 million star who wants a Premier League transfer. Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester United have all had some contact over the potential transfer of Benfica wonderkid centre-back Antonio Silva, who is prioritizing a move to the Premier League. Sources close to the deal have informed Koc of strong interest in Silva this summer, with Benfica willing to do business if they receive €100 million for their star player, who would ideally like to move to a top club in England. However, there is also interest from Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain, Koc understands, and one issue at the moment is that most of the clubs involved in the race are not currently willing to meet Benfica's €100 million asking price for the 20-year-old. It remains to be seen if further talks and negotiations could see that fee go down, while Silva himself will also be keen to ensure he is playing regularly at his next club, so there are several factors still to be resolved here before his next destination becomes clear. If Silva is to prioritize regular minutes, he'd perhaps be well advised to choose Liverpool or Man United over Arsenal right now, with Mikel Arteta already boasting one of the best defensive partnerships in England and Europe in Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba. Liverpool, by contrast, were not particularly solid in the season just gone, and it arguably cost them as their title challenge fell away towards the end of the campaign, with Silva perhaps ideal to come in as a long-term replacement for the aging Virgil van Dijk. United, meanwhile, had a really poor season, finishing 8th in the table, and will surely want a major overhaul this summer, with Silva likely to be an important player if he comes in, replacing aging stars like Harry Maguire and Rafael Varane, the latter of whom is also out of contract this summer. Real Madrid and PSG will also surely be tempting for the Portugal international, but it would be exciting to see him challenge himself with a move to the Premier League. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.